Welcome back to the deep dive. This time we're diving deep into Codie Sanchez's world.
Oh, yeah.
Entrepreneur investor.
Yeah, she's fascinating.
She's got so many great insights from our interview.
I thought it was really interesting how she went from Wall Street to building her own businesses.
Multi-million-dollar business.
Multi-million-dollar businesses, yeah. And now she's all about showing others how to do the same.
And she's focusing on, boring businesses.
Yeah, you wouldn't think laundromats and car washes would be like the ticket to wealth, right?
Not really.
Yeah.
But she makes a compelling case.
Yeah.
Her whole philosophy seems to revolve around this idea that everyone should understand the language of money.
Right.
And she's not talking about, balancing your checkbook.
Oh, no.
She's talking about really getting how deals and investments work.
Yeah, she really wants to demystify finance.
Yeah.
It's like she's saying that financial jargon is often used to make things seem way more complicated than they are.
Right.
It's like a secret code that keeps people from seeing the opportunities that are right in front of them.
And she really believes that financial literacy is about becoming an expert.
And expertise leads to wealth.
And she walks the walk. Did you hear about that laundromat she bought for $100,000 while she was still working her corporate job?
Oh, yeah, that's amazing.
It just totally shatters that myth that you need a ton of cash to be an entrepreneur.
And it gets even crazier.
What?
She bought multiple businesses for way less than that.
Really?
Some as low as $3,000.
How is that even possible?
Seller financing.
Oh.
Codie is like a master at structuring deals where the seller essentially becomes the bank.
Wow. So this opens doors for people who don't have huge sums of money up front.
Exactly.
That's a total game changer.
Huge game changer.
Especially for people who are just starting out.
Yeah.
But how do you even find these deals?
Well, Codie has this really cool technique. She calls it a personal P&L review.
Okay, what is that?
It's brilliant, actually. She encourages people to look at their own expenses, not as money going out the door, but as potential ownership opportunities.
So instead of dreading that monthly gym bill, you start thinking,
could I own a piece of this?
I see.
It's about flipping the script and seeing your spending habits in a whole new light.
So you're spending money on groceries every week.
Right. Could you buy a steak in a local grocery store?
Or start a meal prep service or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a real challenge to think like an entrepreneur.
I like that.
And that's where her idea of an unfair advantage comes in.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Well, she says that buying a business in an industry you already know gives you a huge head start.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You're not starting from scratch.
Yeah.
You already have knowledge and maybe even some connections in the industry.
Exactly. You hit the ground running.
So her first laundromat wasn't just a random choice.
Oh, no, not at all.
She saw it as a really simple business model, something she could manage.
Right.
Even with a busy schedule.
And let's face it.
Yeah.
Laundromats, they pretty much run themselves.
It's a great example of how you don't need to be an expert in everything.
No, you don't.
To be an entrepreneur.
You just have to be resourceful.
And willing to learn.
Yeah.
She emphasizes that the core principles of deal making are not rocket science.
Not at all.
It goes back to that language of money.
Exactly.
She just wants people to understand the basics,
Yeah.
to strip away all that intimidating jargon.
Make it accessible.
Yeah, and see that really anyone can learn this.
Anyone.
That's so empowering. You don't need a fancy degree or years of experience
Nope.
to take control of your finances.
Absolutely.
But Codie doesn't stop at the practical side of things.
No, she doesn't.
She also digs into the psychology of wealth.
Right.
How our emotions can hold us back.
It's so true.
Have you ever fallen for those get-rich-quick schemes?
Oh, I think we've all been tempted at some point.
Yeah, and then there's social media.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly bombarding us with these flashy displays of wealth.
It can really mess with your head.
It distorts your perceptions and your goals.
Big time, you start chasing these fleeting trends
Yeah.
instead of building something that will last.
Right. And it's so easy to get caught up in all the hype.
It is.
And then you make these impulsive decisions that could really hurt you in the long run.
It's like choosing a sugary snack over a nutritious meal.
Okay. I like that analogy.
You get that quick burst of energy,
Yep.
but it won't sustain you.
And that's where Codie's idea of glamorizing the unglamorous comes in.
Yes.
She believes that true wealth is built steadily,
Brick by brick.
often through those boring businesses
Yeah.
that provide that consistent cash flow.
Think of it this way. It's about seeing past the glitz and glamour and understanding the real mechanics of how wealth is built.
Less about Lamborghinis.
Way less.
More about creating that solid financial foundation.
Exactly.
Codie's journey is a perfect example.
Yeah.
She started with that laundromat.
Right. Something so many people might just brush off as boring or mundane.
But it gave her that foundation to build a portfolio of successful companies.
A powerful lesson.
It is.
Don't be afraid to start small.
Focus on learning the ropes, building that momentum,
Yeah.
mastering the fundamentals.
Before you go jumping into those more complex ventures.
That's great advice. And she really stresses that content creation played a big part in her success, too.
Oh, absolutely. She sees it as a magnet.
Really?
Drawing in those opportunities, building a strong network.
She calls it the magnet approach.
That's it.
Instead of chasing every opportunity,
You create valuable content
that attracts the right people.
to you,
It's like you become a beacon.
not a beggar.
I love that.
It's much more strategic
Yeah.
and a much more sustainable way to build a business.
And a career.
You mentioned that you're interested in listeners' interest related to content creation.
I am, yeah.
Maybe this magnet approach is something you could look into.
It's worth considering.
I think so.
And speaking of attracting the right people, Cody is a huge advocate for surrounding yourself with A players.
Oh, for sure.
She even referenced this study about how much impact high performers have on team productivity.
It's incredible.
And she's equally vocal about the dangers of B players.
It's not just their own performance, it's the negative influence they can have on the whole team.
like a virus,
Spreading negativity and complacency,
creating a culture of mediocrity.
which can stifle innovation and growth.
So you really need those people who are constantly pushing each other to excel.
Absolutely. You want that positive feedback loop where everyone is learning, growing, striving for excellence.
This makes you think, who are the A players in your life?
Right. Are you surrounding yourself with enough of them?
And are there any B players holding you back?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Maybe it's time to reevaluate those relationships.
And make some strategic changes.
Cody's insights on team dynamics are so valuable
Oh, they are.
for anyone, whether you're building a business, leading a team, or even just trying to achieve your own goals.
Yeah, we become like the people we spend the most time with.
It's true. So choose your companions wisely.
Very wisely.
And finally, Cody emphasizes that success isn't about being perfect.
No, it's not.
In fact, she really embraces those struggles and setbacks that come with entrepreneurship
That's refreshing.
in a world that often glorifies perfection.
An overnight success.
She normalizes those moments of doubt
Yeah.
and reminds us that everyone makes mistakes.
It's all about learning from them.
It's about resilience
Getting back up after a fall,
and continuing to move forward.
even when things get tough.
So what resonated with you the most from what we've talked about so far from Cody's interview?
Well, there's just so much to unpack, right?
Yeah.
From the practical tips on deal making to the deeper insights on the psychology of wealth. But I think I'm particularly drawn to her idea of glamorizing the unglamorous.
I love that too.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
True wealth isn't about those flashy displays,
Right.
right? It's about building that solid foundation
Yeah.
through smart investments and consistent growth.
And I'm really intrigued by her personal P&L review.
Well, he's too.
It's such a simple but brilliant way to look at your everyday expenses as potential business opportunities.
You start seeing the world through a different lens.
It's all about asking yourself, could I own a piece of this?
Who knows what opportunities are hiding in plain sight?
Maybe your gym membership could inspire you to open a fitness studio.
Or your coffee bill could lead you to invest in a local cafe.
It's amazing what you can find when you start thinking like an entrepreneur.
Cody's approach is all about possibilities.
I like that.
Even those mundane expenses can become stepping stones.
And don't forget about that unfair advantage.
Right.
It's all about recognizing those unique skills, knowledge, or experiences that set you apart.
And give you that competitive edge.
Cody's own journey is a perfect example.
It is.
She initially saw her background in journalism as a detour from finance.
But it became her secret weapon.
Yeah, she could see opportunities that others just overlooked.
It's like she had X-ray vision for deals.
Our unfair advantage could come from the most unexpected places.
It really could.
Maybe it's a hobby, a past experience.
Or even a unique network of people.
It's about embracing those things that make you different
Absolutely.
and finding ways to use them to create value and achieve your goals.
Cody's story is a powerful reminder that we all have something special to offer.
We do.
And by embracing those strengths, we can unlock our true potential.
Another point that really hit home for me was her discussion of the psychology of wealth.
Oh, yeah.
She argues that so many of us have these deep-seated beliefs about money that can sabotage us.
It's like having an invisible handbrake on your progress.
That's a good way to put it.
These beliefs could come from anywhere.
Childhood experiences,
Societal messages.
our own insecurities,
We might believe that we're not worthy of wealth.
or that money is evil,
Right. And these beliefs can manifest in our decisions,
leading to choices that keep us stuck.
in that cycle of scarcity.
So Cody encourages us to examine those beliefs,
Bring them out into the open.
challenge the ones that aren't serving us,
It's about creating a healthier relationship with money.
one that actually supports our goals.
Exactly.
I love how she reframes our relationship with money.
Me too. It's not just about numbers.
Yeah.
It's about understanding those deeper emotional and psychological factors.
That drive our decisions.
We can start to believe that we're worthy of abundance,
Yeah.
that money can be a force for good.
And that we have the power to create the financial future we desire.
It's all about mindset.
Cody's insights are a powerful reminder that financial success is not just about external factors,
No.
but also about our internal relationship with money.
It's a call to action
I like that.
to examine our beliefs, challenge those that hold us back
And create a more positive and empowering relationship with money.
on our journey to financial freedom.
And that ties into her emphasis on mindset in general. She believes that our beliefs about ourselves play a huge role in our ability to succeed.
She's all about that growth mindset.
You know, that idea that our abilities aren't fixed,
Right.
but can be developed through hard work, learning, and persistence
Embrace those challenges,
as opportunities for growth.
setbacks and failures,
They're not indicators of our worth.
but valuable lessons.
Yeah, help us grow.
Don't see obstacles as roadblocks
See them as stepping stones.
on the path to success.
I love that.
Cody's emphasis on mindset is so powerful.
It is.
Our beliefs really do shape our reality.
And by cultivating a positive and growth-oriented mindset, we can achieve amazing things.
It's about recognizing that our potential is not fixed,
And believing in our ability to grow,
to learn
to overcome any obstacle.
and achieve our goals,
This is so important for entrepreneurship,
isn't it?
where the journey is rarely a straight line.
And those setbacks are inevitable.
She encourages us to reframe our relationship with failure,
Yeah, see it not as a defeat.
but an opportunity to learn, to adapt, to become even more resilient.
It's refreshing how open she is about her own mistakes.
I know.
And the lessons she's learned.
We all make mistakes.
We do.
It's not about avoiding them completely.
It's about using them to fuel our growth.
She wants us to be kind to ourselves.
Embrace those imperfections.
Remember that the journey is just as important as the destination.
Wise words.
Cody's insights on failure are so essential.
They really are.
For anyone who's ever felt discouraged or struggled to believe in themselves after making a mistake,
It's a good reminder that we're all human.
we are.
We all make mistakes.
And those mistakes don't define us,
It's about having the courage to keep going.
even when we stumble.
Yeah. It's interesting how she really emphasizes being a good steward of the businesses you acquire.
Especially when you're using seller financing.
Yeah, it's like you're not just buying a business.
Right.
You're inheriting a legacy.
It's like a partnership in a way.
It's a win-win.
How so?
The seller gets to see their business continue to thrive under new leadership, and the buyer benefits from a smooth transition.
They get a proven business model.
Exactly.
You're taking the reins of something that already works,
A well-oiled machine.
and you're guiding it to even greater success.
That's the idea. Cody's story is a great example.
Yeah, how so?
She didn't just buy those laundromats and car washes.
What does she do?
She invested in improving them,
Oh, wow.
streamlining the operations, making them even more profitable.
I bet that made those sellers feel really good
Oh, yeah.
about financing the deals.
Absolutely. They knew their businesses were in good hands.
And speaking of unconventional paths,
Yeah.
I love how Cody didn't just climb that traditional corporate ladder.
She really forged her own path,
She did.
using her skills and her knowledge to create her own opportunities.
She's a true trailblazer.
I think so.
It's so inspiring to see someone break free from expectations.
And create a life on their own terms.
And remember that story she told about turning down the opportunity to climb Mount Baker? It would have been a huge accomplishment for her personally,
It would.
but it didn't align with her bigger goals.
It's amazing that she could say no to something like that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage.
To walk away from something that seems so appealing.
It shows how self-aware she is.
And how committed she is to her priorities.
She knew that saying no to a good opportunity
Yeah.
can sometimes open up space for an even better one.
It's true. We don't have to chase every shiny object.
We can choose the path that truly resonates with us,
The one that aligns with our values.
our aspirations.
It's also really inspiring how open Cody is about her struggles.
I agree. It makes her so relatable.
Entrepreneurship isn't always glamorous.
It's not.
Everyone faces challenges.
We all have setbacks.
It's refreshing to hear someone be so honest about it.
Normalizing those moments of doubt and uncertainty,
Yeah.
reminding us that it's okay to not have all the answers,
It's okay to make mistakes.
to stumble a little bit.
Success isn't about being perfect.
No, it's about learning, constantly evolving,
Embracing the messiness of it all.
recognizing those setbacks as opportunities.
Yeah, opportunities for growth and learning.
I love how she talks about glamorizing the unglamorous.
I know, me too.
So true.
True wealth and success are often built in those quiet moments
The behind-the-scenes moments,
of hard work,
dedication.
resilience,
It's about finding joy in the process,
even when it's tough,
even when it's not glamorous.
creating a life that's both successful and meaningful.
And speaking of meaning,
Yeah,
Cody's a big believer in having a mission,
more than just making money.
aligning your work with your values.
And your desire to make a positive impact.
It's about making a difference.
He talks about that transition she made,
From Wall Street,
where she was successful,
but not fulfilled,
right?
to building businesses that she was passionate about.
Businesses that helped other people.
It's a powerful reminder that success without fulfillment is meaningless.
It really is.
We need to align our work with our passions,
With our values.
to create a life that's both successful and satisfying,
Finding work that's challenging,
and rewarding,
that uses your skills,
your talent.
and allows you to make a difference.
This ties back to what we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Finding your unfair advantage,
Embracing your strengths.
building a strong team.
Creating a life that's both successful and fulfilling.
And this emphasis on purpose also shows up in how she builds her teams.
Oh, yeah. It's not just about finding talented people,
It's about creating a culture
where everyone feels valued.
and empowered to contribute,
She wants people to be excited to come to work,
to feel challenged and supported.
to have opportunities to grow.
It's about recognizing that a happy team is a productive team.
It's not just about perks and benefits.
It's about respect,
appreciation.
shared purpose.
And this brings us back to avoiding those B players.
Yeah.
Being intentional about who you let into your circle.
Building a team that shares your vision,
Your values.
setting high standards,
Not settling for mediocrity.
surrounding yourself with people who inspire you,
Who challenge you.
who share your commitment to excellence.
And this goes beyond business.
Yeah, think about your personal life too.
Who are the people you spend your time with?
Who lifts you up?
Who drains your energy?
It's a reminder that the people we surround ourselves with have a huge impact on us.
Our mindset.
Our energy.
Our success.
Cody challenges us to be selective
About who we let into our inner circle.
and to nurture those relationships that inspire us.
That nourish us.
And Cody doesn't just talk about the importance of people.
Right. She also emphasizes leverage.
She argues that true wealth is built not just through hard work.
But through leveraging your time, your money, and your skills.
She encourages us to think bigger,
To multiply our efforts.
to create systems and processes that can scale.
Without requiring us to work harder and harder.
Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Delegate effectively.
Build systems that streamline your business.
Free up your time and energy.
To focus on what really matters.
And this idea of leverage goes beyond business.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about how you can leverage your skills in your personal life, too.
Your knowledge.
Your
Cody wants us to recognize that we all have unique strengths.
talents that we can use to create value,
To build relationships.
to achieve our goals.
No matter what those goals are.
Think creatively.
Strategically.
Use your resources to create the life you want.
Don't be limited by your circumstances.
Leverage your strengths.
Overcome obstacles.
Create a more fulfilling life.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive into Cody's insights, what's resonating with you?
Well, I'm struck by how she blends the practical with the deeper principles,
The practical aspects of building wealth.
with purpose mindset and relationships.
It's not just about making money.
It's about creating a life that is both successful and fulfilling,
I agree, and I love how she challenges us to think differently,
to embrace our strengths.
to create a life that aligns with our values. Cody's story is a powerful reminder that we can achieve amazing things.
And it all starts with taking that first step,
Believing in yourself.
surrounding yourself with people who believe in you too. It's been amazing exploring Cody's world.
It really has.
So many valuable insights.
Yeah, from those practical tips to like mindset and building your community.
Now, it's pretty cool how she challenges those conventional ideas of success and wealth.
Yeah, she shows us that financial freedom isn't about like chasing the latest trends
Right.
or getting rich quick.
It's about building something that lasts.
Yeah, something sustainable that aligns with your values.
What I find really inspiring is how she talks about creating a life that's fulfilling,
Yeah, not just successful.
finding that sweet spot where your work is challenging and rewarding,
Using your unique skills.
making a positive impact,
Yeah, and feeling good about what you do.
waking up excited to start the day.
That's the dream.
Cody reminds us that wealth isn't just about the money,
It's about the richness of your experiences.
the depth of your relationships.
Feeling like your work has meaning.
Her journey is really a testament to embracing your unfair advantage.
And using those strengths to create something special.
She encourages us to think outside the box,
Challenge the status quo.
forge our own path.
Yeah.
This deep dive's been incredible.
I know we've covered so much.
From deal making to mindset to building a support system
I hope you're feeling inspired.
to take action.
Yeah.
Cody's story shows us that we all have the potential
To achieve financial freedom.
to build successful businesses.
To create lives that are both meaningful and impactful.
It all starts with taking that first step,
Believing in yourself.
embracing your strengths.
Surrounding yourself with the right people.
So as we wrap this up,
Yeah.
what's one action step you can take today?
To put Cody's wisdom into practice.
Maybe it's doing that personal P&L review,
Uncovering those hidden business opportunities.
or identifying your unfair advantage.
Thinking about how to leverage it.
To achieve your goals, maybe it's just taking a moment to reflect on your mindset.
See if there are any limiting beliefs holding you back.
Remember, this journey
To financial freedom
and a fulfilling life,
is a marathon.
not a sprint.
Take small steps.
Celebrate your progress.
Don't give up on your vision.
We believe in you.
We do.
We can't wait to see what you create.